I know Mark Hume saw Infinity War a few weeks ago, but I think he took a little bit too much inspiration from it. Alright, hey everyone, this is Des Talks That Stuff here, aka Desi, and Hyrule was finally back after a week of it being gone, because Mark and Troy had to go to Empire LARP, and oh boy, was this an episode. I thought when they, I thought what would happen when they finished, when it was all done, it'd be all happy, you know, like the end of, the end of, fuck, what's that song called from Hamilton? World Turned Upside Down, or whatever, from Hamilton. It's like, we won! There was a little bit of that, but oh my god, so much fucking happened in this episode. So let's get into it. But before I do, I just want to do, like, a little shout out. It ain't sponsor or anything, yeah, I ain't getting paid. But yeah, basically, if you, the reason why I started doing this series is because of a channel, on YouTube. They're a small channel, but bit bigger than me, and they're real cool guys. They're called, D20 Multiverse. You might see them in a few of my comment sections. They're really cool guys. They're the reason why I started this series, really. They're kind of inspired me, because I've always wanted to do a series like this, but, not a lot of people were doing stuff like this, but then I watched these guys do their NPC Wildmat series for Critical Role Campaign 2, which I am watching since I've been watching Campaign 2 Critical Role, and I really like their stuff, and I wanted to see like what other people thought about it, and I found them, and I thought, wow, that's cool, so I subbed to them and stuff, and yeah, they're really cool guys. If you're into like Critical Role Campaign 2 and you like watching like reviews and stuff, or like listening to people's theories or thoughts about it or something, go watch them. They're really cool. It's like basically what I do with this series, but better. And another reason why I am talking about them is because thanks to them, I am now taking notes on these episodes, so I'm not just fully rambling and trying to remember everything at the top of my head, but I have like pinpoints and stuff, so I don't really forget anything important. So with that out of the way, you guys are cool if you're watching this, but let's get into this video. Okay, so let's get and talking this episode. So, like, this happens directly after the Felania fight, and she is very much dead, but, like, Cam is not believing it's, like, this can't be it, this has to be in, like, another sim or something, and, like, Judah's like, if it's a sim, she would have gloated by now, and, like, she is definitely dead and stuff. Judah likes some incense and stuff, because, well, she was the main baddie, and committed mass genocide. Judah has great development, and, you know, she respects the dead. That is her character. No matter who you are, she respects the dead. One of my questions is actually, is she going to do the same for Korak, the man who enslaved her, and now she has to assassinate? But we'll get to that a little later on. Anyways, so they start exploring the castle and stuff, and Elora finds this room. It's sort of like a temple or something, and in it, there's like this weird thing that like giants get baptized in. She looks in it, and she can hear whispers from it. And so, like, and Judo was there with her, so, like, she doesn't want to go in, but, Judo, like, was like, why the fuck not, or something, and, and all of a sudden, she hears, like, all these whispers and stuff, and, like, they're all, like, going at once and it's confusing her, but then they start getting, like, more, like, recognizable and stuff, and then she starts having memories of people that are not her and stuff, but giants, and, like, giants are fighters and stuff, all these different types of giants, and then the last one is Felania, actually happy Felania, without the Dawn Charter or anything, and behind her is a storm giant who puts a necklace on her. By the way, this is where we get our, one of our Markisms out of the two of the day, where Mark says, necklace over her necklace, instead of necklace over her neck. But yeah, puts a necklace on her, and it's basically, like the symbol of the cloud giants and stuff, which, I think inspired the symbol of the broken sky, but, I don't know, I forgot exactly what it looked like, but, yeah, I have a feeling inspired the symbol of the broken sky, but yeah, because, you know, the cloud and, lightning through it, but that's what I think. And anyways, with that, she, like, Elora alright, I'm just going to be blunt here. I ain't going to, like, describe anything. I ain't going to be like, Mark, she turns to a fucking giant. And, like, this is bad. And Elora, not only Elora, but Katie is devastated because alright, Elora's whole thing, her whole thing is that she wants to connect the Elven Spires again, and she loves her family stuff. She is proud to be an elf. She's proud to be an elf of the Moonspire of Galahad, and she wants to lead her people. Turning into a whole nother race, she thinks, she said this herself, brings shame to her family. And not only is Elora upset, but even Katie starts crying. And, like, at that point, I just wanted to hug her. I was about to cry, too, because if there was one person nobody should ever upset, that is Katie motherfucking Morrison, okay? Katie Morrison is probably the sweetest person known to mankind. Like, if like, the sun and a rainbow came together and made a cupcake, she is that cupcake, okay? That is my description of Katie Morrison. Like, she is just that sweet. She is just that nice of a person. I don't think she has a mean bone in her body, okay? Laura's badass, yes, but, like, out there, I'm pretty, like, when she played Fia, she wasn't really mean. She was just, like her character was a bit dickish, and even then I was, like, sort of acting up. Katie is just the sweetest fucking person, okay? Nobody should ever make her cry. And, I was, like, through this, like, I was talking to my friend, Jeff, Fiction's New Black. If you don't know him, he's a guy who helped me make my last animatic. He made the first parts really good. Go check him out on Tumblr. We were talking about it, and we were both pretty upset about it, because, like I said, Elora's whole entire thing was that she's proud to be an elf, and she wants to be an elf, and if she's not an elf, then she brings shame, and she can't have that. Katie Morrison even said herself, like, at the end of the stream, that, if it ever came to a point where Elora died, and she was res, and she turned into another race, she would have rather been dead. That's how much it meant to her to be an elf. That's what it means. And, like, that's what it really means. Like, her whole thing, and, like, that made me really upset. 2 years of this character, like, learning about her and stuff, and, like, knowing her thing, and helping her connect to the Spires, and the Winter Spire, and the whole thing with Malistri, and all of that. It felt like it was about to go down the drain. And we weren't having that. We were a bit upset at Mark about it, but it's like, I'm pretty sure Mark himself, like, sort of regretted that, but he didn't want to do, like, an ex machina of it. So, like, he didn't want to, like, he didn't want to, like, screw, like, just be like, oh, it only lasts an hour or something, because, like, he still needs to be a DM. But, we'll get back to that later. Let's see. Reynard finds a fuck ton of loot. Like a whole bunch of gold and platinum. And, he also finds a book that takes 2 days for him to read. And it's basically a how to be a charismatic book. Which you read it, it takes 2 days, but you gain 2 charisma. And, let's see. There was a theory that, what if Elora uses her giant essence as a cost for a resurrection, but, later on in the episode, she tries to do that, and it ends up, like, and Mark's like it wouldn't really work, cause, like, it's like, hey, I'm giving up me, or whatever. So yeah, they go down, Lady Amarilla finds out about it, cause, like, Elora doesn't want to tell Nalistria or her parents, cause, like she said, she thinks it brings shame, and she really doesn't want that, and, she doesn't want to lie to the elven folk. By the way, she uses some sort of disguise, but I forgot what it was. I don't know if it's, like, disguise self or whatever. Like, she's immensely powerful now, but, like, she uses some sort of spell to make her look like her old self, and yeah. Anyways, they get down to ground, and, like, they're treated as heroes, they're a celebration. Something good that happened, and, like, the only good thing that happened in the first part of the episode before break is that Reynard and Gronka finally kiss. About fucking time. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Like, we got like 3 in the lore, cause, okay, now finally, after all this time, we finally got a Grunknard kiss, and it was beautiful. They both kissed at, like, the same time. Like, it was gonna be Grunk first, like, Tom's like, well, I mean, I was gonna do it first, but, like, and Mark's like, let's say you jet both go, and, like, okay. Yeah, that's something good that had happened, and, yeah, they were, like, talking to some council members, and one was like, yeah, I was trying to help the fleet, but, some of us decided to, yeah, and looks directly at Papa Fairhorn, and it's like, yeah, I'm so sorry, I was scared for my life and stuff, because, like, he didn't do shit. That boy didn't do shit. He like, cowered away, okay? And yeah, but, then we get some, news. Alright, so you thought, episode 78, I think it was. You thought the devs in episode 78 was bad. Oh boy, Mark just coming on back with him, trying to fuck with our feels. So it turns out, Baltier's dead. Reynard's brother, or one of Reynard's brothers. Yeah, he's dead now. Like, what the fuck, Mark? But he died a hero trying to save the people and stuff, and, you know, very honorable death. We'll get back to more devs later, okay? Yeah. Oh, yes. Another Markism is, when he was talking about some spell slots, about, like, the, her giant thing or whatever, he says, spell slots black instead of spell slots back. So, yeah, Markism. Alright, and then they're looting, yeah, basically, they give all of the, gold and platinum to the city to help them rebuild and stuff, and help people out, and also they give, Grey Bell to help people out, and, from the sounds of it, Uncle Felix Fairhorn is gonna be ruling it, so that sounds awesome. So yeah, they keep the magical, they take the magical weapons from Flawney's castle, and there's basically a fucking lightsaber spear, which is badass, and, like, people like, oh man, who's gonna be a Jedi? Well, and you'll see what happens to it later in this video. I'm sorry I keep doing this. A lot happened in this episode. Then they try to go find Salabala to see if they can get a diamond. And they find the place is crushed and destroyed. And everyone's like, so that's fine. He probably teleported to, another plane or something. Because he is a djinn, so. And we find that Enron is alive, but he ain't doing well. Because, you know, he put half his fortune in, Salah's thing. In Salah's store. So, yeah, and his home is crushed. So, he has to start from ground one again, and he's really sad. And Jiddo asked if he knows what happens to Soon, because Soon worked at the store, and it's like, he talks about that, he was helping some of the soldiers, but they got ambushed or something, and there was said to be no survivors. And it's later on confirmed that Soon is dead. So, we got another dead. Now, I don't know if Mark said Finney is dead as well. I didn't really manage to hear that part, so I'm not sure what the fuck happened to Finney, if he's dead or not. I hope to God he's not, because Finney's been with us Finney's been with us since Tallfield, like, technically pretty much the second arc of the series. He's been with us for so long. But anyways, they're discussing, since they only have one diamond, they need to decide who they want to resurrect, and it has to be somebody who can really help the city. And, like, because, like, it could be controversial. It's like thousands have died, and people would be, like, if they resurrect, like, someone like maybe Balti or something, and they would think, why not my son? Why not? And, like, yeah. But, like, Cassandra, they decided on Cassandra because she would be the most help to the city, and she still has a lot to do. So they go and resurrect Cassandra, which, Lady Amy does, and she comes back to life. They sacrifice the, lightsaber spear and stuff, and a few other things, and Allura tried to, sacrifice the giant thing, like I said, but it turns out she couldn't, because, like, hey, I'm sacrificing me, or whatever, and, yeah, so yeah, Cassandra comes back to life, and she is around 16, 17 years old, so she is my age. Woo! Too bad she doesn't exist, though, goddammit. And prom was yesterday, and that's why my nails look like these, so. But anyways, yeah, the Unbroken Empire finally arrived after a few days. Also, I forgot to write this down. Reynard reads the, charismatic book, so his charisma goes up by 2 points. He now has 20 charisma. and he is just suave ass looking dude. Okay, me and my friend talking about if like Nalistria had it because he looked really interested in it, and it's like ooh, and like apparently it takes half a century to cast or whatever. So I think it should last that time because like if it takes half a century to be able to do it, it better not last like 2 hours or whatever. That'd be just messed up. But yeah, Unbroken Empire finally arrived and was like, gee, about time, guys. And there were Testament and Liberum, I think she was called. I still don't know her name. I should probably learn her name sometime. It was something like Liberum, okay? And they're like, I'm sorry, we arrived as fast as we could to get as many, to get what we could, because, you know, they're ambassadors. And by the time we got here, we got here as fast as we could. And but they did end up helping and stuff with like guarding and stuff and helping out Talisvel quite a bit because it's still pretty much in ruins after the fucking war. The Bucklands come along with Marilla, and they start performing stuff, keep people in high spirits. And we saw some people from Greybell in there, like learning like how to juggle and stuff, learning the Buckland ways. I hope to God they ain't steal enough people, because as we learned in the past and the performance episode, turns out the Bucklands were actually a bunch of thieves. I wonder if we ever really got back to that. Anyways, so Korak wants to, eventually a few days go by, Korak wants to talk to them and talked about, and this is basically where they're set up the Brassars arc, or as some people call it, as a lot of people like to call it, the Brassars DLC, because it's basically like a side story after, you know, the main Felania fight. This is basically like another big baddie. So he's talked about how Korak, or Adric talked about Korak. It's a whole confusing thing, okay? It really confuses me. Like, this is why it's hard to talk about High Rollers to anyone. It's too confusing. But anyways, Korak from Brasaris wants to take over the Dawn Republic because of how he wants to take it over. He's always wanted to take it over, but it's like Dawn Republic seemed really strong and stuff, and he didn't want to waste any of his forces. But now that it's weak after this war and stuff, he's planning on going there and taking it over. And, like, he said how Felania only had one dragon. Like, this dude has, like, a whole bunch of dragons, okay? Hey, he can, like, fucking res dragons and some shit. And so, it's the main crew's job to go there and assassinate him. And then Adric is gonna take over as ruler over there. That's set up for the Brassars arc. I am very much looking forward to that. And the final thing that happens in this episode, it ends on a good note, a nice happy ending. Basically, like Cam every day, like every day or whatever, or every week, something, like he makes a roll for divine intervention for Avandra to help him bring Alora back to her normal state. But it ends up never working for him. He even gets like, Marilla, if you help me, like, both prayer and, like, it's sure to help. It's like, Marilla's like, I'm not really a believer of Avandra, Cam. It's like, just do it. Even then, he still doesn't fit. It still doesn't work. And then Lady Amy's like, come here, Laura. Like, they go to Bahamut's temple and stuff. Mark actually has Tom roll for it, so it's like, he's like, I ain't like pulling strings or any shit. And so Tom rolls it, and he ends up rolling an 8, and they needed like a 13 or lower to succeed. And well, like Cam was actually getting the high rolls. He was getting like the 100s, like 90s. The one time we don't want the high rollers to roll high. But yeah, like it ends up working, and it's great. And like Alora, and like Bahamut says something like, for your duties, I will help you. I will let you return to your normal state, or something like that. I didn't write it down. But yeah, Alora turns smaller now. She goes back to her normal size that she was before she got the belt. Now, so she ain't strong Alora anymore, but she's back to little tiny Alora, which is okay. I'm just glad she's an elf again, because that's honestly everything. I'm so glad this ended on a happy ending. Yeah, that was basically the episode, but one more thing I wrote down. This isn't something they said in the episode, it's more of they said it during the donations part, that Dermot, remember when he fell off the tower and he got his legs crushed? Yeah, he can no longer walk. He is he's now crippled out, like probably in a wheelchair or something. Poor fucking dude, man. Alright, so yeah, that was the episode. Really emotional. The High Rollers Twitter was not wrong. This was a really emotional episode. I personally liked it, besides, like, the whole Laura being the giant thing, because, you know, whole character thing and stuff, but, yeah, I'm glad that ended up getting fixed in the end, thank God. Thank you, Bahamut. But, yeah, anyways, that was the episode, guys. I cannot wait for next week, start of Brasaurus arc. You know, maybe we'll get a little more Talos Valley later. But I'm also, like, really scared because, like, I'm sad and stuff because after Brasaurus, it's going to be the end of the end of the Lightfall campaign, and I'm really sad. I am looking forward to the new campaign, but the Lightfall but, like, I've been watching this campaign for, like, not since the first episode, but since about episode 7. So, like, near the beginning. Like, I've been watching it for a long time, over 2 years. It's helping me get through high school. And it means a lot to me. It got me back into D&D, which I will hopefully be playing some campaign soon, thank God. But yeah, this show means a whole lot to me. Like, guys, like Mark, Katie, Tom, Trot, whatever, anyone from the High Rollers crew, I doubt you are I highly doubt you are watching this. Okay, what the fuck was this? But like, thank you so much for this series. Probably shouldn't be saying it now since it's not ending for another few episodes. It's most likely going to end sometime this month, and the new campaign is going to go to start of the next month, but it's going to start sometime next month, but, yeah, this series means a whole lot to me, and a whole lot to so many people, and, like, I hope this ends with dignity, and I can't wait for the new campaign. But yeah, I will, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.